before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here. My name is Musi Mist. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working with my man. TC Shabalala Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manelin Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
Boogie, we are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes,
so, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, or from school,
yes,
right?
Sir.
We're gonna give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast
Yes,
Show.
sir. My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day. Hey man, look man, this is what happened, like I said like about an hour ago, the beauty of live streaming and live television and doing things on live, man. TK was coming through on YouTube. TK, please resend your comment, man, because we saw it coming through and then we couldn't read it because YouTube did its things. This time, can play my YouTube, except play my Rona. No, there's absolutely nothing wrong on our side with technical issues, man. But TK, I saw you coming through. I think Tembi was also coming through with a comment there. So please, guys, please do rejoin the stream and watch again and send through the comments that you posted just before we went for that break. So if you've just came on, like TK has just joined us, you are still a bit on time. You know, the only thing that you've missed is the things that have happened in history. We just gave today in history before the break, and we gave the idiom of the day. Like we said that we're going to have a twist for word of the day this week, and we're doing idiom of the day. So the idiom is to absquatuate into thin air. To absquatuate into thin air. And the word to take away from that is absquatuate. So those are some of the things that you've missed. But you're still on time to catch quite a few things that we still have in store for you right here on Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Still hanging out with me, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist. And look, man, I could not be happier to be in your company. The time right about now is 19 minutes past the hour, 10 o'clock on the 25th of March 2025 on a Tuesday morning. Reason we're streaming so late today is that we had electrical and technical difficulties, and these girls are misbehaving behind camera, but it's fine. I'll keep talking to you guys. It doesn't matter. I don't mind. Well, so we're still going to have TC coming through with Afriberry, giving us a few, movements that you and I can do when we wake up in the morning on a day-to-day basis that can get our blood pumping and, things of that sort. And then in a second, we're going to be heading over to Mweketi Maimane, maximum temperature, who will be taking away an extract from Unkarabile's book. And this is with regards to all things that have to do with personal finance. TC, you must wake up, man. You must wake up. Must Vooka man kandeni. You must Vooka here zolala la. Robala. Must got sepisung. Wake up. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. But yeah, like I said, in a second we're going to be heading over to Mweketi Maimane, who will be taking us through all that he has when it comes to personal finance. But let me check with him very quickly if he's still there. Mo, are you winning on your side, Mwanakokhaya?
Yes, my good sir. I just want to confirm if you guys can hear me.
We can, definitely.
We can hear you.
We can.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, man. It's been soothing, man, to hear your guys' conversation. You know, while I was listening, because I think with what I've brought here, it's in our society and in the township mainly, a lot of people are keeping reading absquatulate. You know, they do reading as a task that is so absquatulate. So reading, man, shouldn't be secretly. It should be something that is out there. People practice it each and every day, right? Because I think we have so many book clubs, and we would love those book clubs to come right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, just to showcase what do they do, you know, how do they encourage people in the communities to pick up books and read for meaning. Because there's a stat from the basic education, the Department of Basic Education. They said a lot of grade 3 learners, they don't know how to read and write. And most of them, when they read, they don't read for understanding. So that is why we have these kind of segments for you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Because what is a morning without, you know, the dose of words from our local authors, if I can put it like that, or also international authors. A lot of you guys have read books, and you have a study in your home where you give yourself some time and, you know, take some time off to read and you know, just give yourself that a little bit of traveling in a different lane when it comes to reading for understanding. So today, without further to do, as we promised that we're going to be going through Onkarabile's book. So the title of the book is Don't Quit Your Job Yet. Obviously, it complements our segment, which is the personal finance, right? Obviously, when you are working, you are actually looking at getting your salary, saving money, and making so many sacrifices so that you can make your financial goal reach their target each and every month, monthly, weekly, or daily. So definitely, man, waking up with the positivity of reading is what we do. So I want to encourage people to always pick up books. You know, any book that you see. You know, maybe it's a newspaper, maybe it's a magazine. It is important to read that first line that will help you to gather, you know, your train of thoughts, you know, build that conscious of reading, that cognitive resonance that you have within yourself. So, how books play a huge role in our lives is it's a very vast subject and a broad subject, but today I just want people to understand that one book can literally change your life on how you read it. Remember, the author speaks to you, you know, in so many ways, using different angles that you can understand as a reader, right? So right here we have Onkarabile, you know, if I can just put his picture right here or close on my webcam, you can see right there, and going through, you know, his background information. Onkarabile Wisdom Mokoto is an award-winning author, CETA registered facilitator, and professional speaker. He is the founder of Becoming the Best Speaker Academy and mastering writing programs, which are under his company, the Life Shaping Services. He was nominated as finalist by South African Heroes Awards 2019 and SA Man of the Year Awards in 2019. He is an African author, award winner for 2020, and author of several books, including How to Hear God When He Speaks, Profit from Your Gift, Power of Planning, and Master Writing. Just to mention the few, 7 of his books have been selected and recommended by the Gauteng Department of Education to be used for school libraries. The multi-talented speaker had an opportunity of sharing a stage with one of the late legendary actor Patrick Shai in 2020. His story has inspired many people as he worked as a security guard for 6 years but rose to the top. He currently works for one of the 5-star hotels in Sandton and very much active, right?
So about the book, if you want to get your copy, we're going to share, information on where to get the book. But you can find him on your Facebook and Instagram. All of his social media platforms is Onkarabile Mokoto. Right, you can go there and DM, for information as things go right now. DM for information and how to get yourself a copy of Don't Quit Your Job Yet. But now, how does this, complement what we are going to talk about today, which is finance? I mean, it's a subject that. And also, how does it go in hand with what we're going to do right now is mainly money and how we can use it. Because the book in itself, as much as it do not quit your job yet, but now what should I do while I do not quit my job? My job is making me suffer mentally, and my health is deteriorating because of this job. So what should I do? So the chapter that we're going to focus on today is chapter 6. So chapter 6 is mainly on your salary, your funding. So if I just show you here what I'm about to read, it says, if we do not give ourselves time to fellowship with God, we might be led astray by people that we see flourishing, whether in full-time ministry or part-time ministry. Right? Those are very profound words from Onkarabile Mokoto. But now, let's get deep into, the contents of today, because what we're going to be focusing on, our key points and key factors on this chapter is sacrifice and saving, something that we're going to be focusing on. Remember, we have had Osvaldo coming into the show, to teach us about how we can use our money, very well, how we can maintain our money so that it can come back and work for us in the future, right? So right now here we have the first chapter, and I just going to go through the introduction of the chapter before I, head on and read the chapter that speaks about sacrifice and savings. So here, Onkarabile states that I am always surprised when I hear people saying they do not have funding or capital to start something on the side while they are employed. I mean, you get a salary every month, fortnight, or week, and then you claim to not have capital. Your salary is your funding. Take your income as a seed, not a fruit. Invest in your project or idea with a portion of your salary. You do not need to stress or worry about government projects that do not approve your funding application. I know someone might be thinking that I do not have any idea how little they get paid or how their salary is not enough to cover the bills. How they use the same salary, which is not enough, make it capital? You probably hate me for this chapter, but just give me a moment to guide you on how you can make this work. I do understand that your salary might be little or not even enough to cover your expenses. However, I'm still saying that you can take a little portion from your salary and fund your project. My friend, others have done it. You and I can also do it. Let's look at the following tips that can help you use your salary as funding. But before we get into the tips, which include making sacrifices and also, saving, I think Onkarabile here speaks about a lot of people who make excuses, when it comes to using their salary to work for them and to benefit the side hustle that they have. So a lot of people will tell you that they're waiting for funding from the government. That's why the project is not, going very well or has not started at all. So it is very vital that you use that little money that you have. It can, because a lot of people, when you speak about the minimum wage in South Africa, it's around 3,500 rand. So you can literally save maybe 1,000 rand or 500 rand each and every month so that your project can get going, because funding will come when your project has started. So heading on to the first chapter, which is sacrifice. So here it reads as follows: you cannot get anything worth having in this life without making sacrifices. What does sacrifice mean? It means letting go of some things you love or enjoy doing so that you can invest in other things that are more valuable. For example, if you are used to eating out every time you get paid, you can stop doing that and start cooking at home instead. The money you would have spent on outings can be saved and used for your project. There are things that are important but not urgent, and these can be put on hold so that you can focus on the things that are both urgent and important. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship." If you buy breakfast and lunch at work, start taking packed lunch from home and use the money you save to fund your idea. In her book titled "You Are Not Broke, You Are Pre-Rich," Mapalo Maku advises there, when you pack your own lunch, you guarantee that you eat the food. You eat the food in your fridge, so there's no wastage. You also save because you don't have to buy lunch. The problem with many people is that they don't want to live below their means. They want to live a high life even though they haven't yet reached that level. It's better to make sacrifices now while investing in your future rather than indulging in pleasures that will compromise your future. When you make sacrifices, you can fulfill the well-known saying, "Work like a slave, but eat like a king." This is where the power of saving comes in, which will be discussed in detail in the next point, which is savings. But when we speak about this sacrifice, I know that a lot of people have made sacrifices and they did not work out the way they thought those sacrifices will work out for them. But I mean, it's very important to include people in this conversation. That if you're watching right now, do you think that, the point that Unkarabile is trying to make in, making sacrifices rather than buying lunch and breakfast at work, save that money, buy some stuff that you can use and make your own lunch while you're at home. So I know that a lot of people cannot agree, but if you do not agree with what he is saying, just comment down below using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and say, Mo, Unka is right, but there is where I struggle when it comes to my salary and sacrificing it so that my project or my side hustle can work out. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to comment down below right there. So now we are heading to the last one, the point that he mentioned, which is saving, because it is a very sensitive subject. Just like as reading, what I'm doing right here for most of the people is sensitive, because they're going to ask you, if you want me to read, where am I going to start? Because books are long. Those are the excuses that we get from people. Books are long, and sometimes they do not speak to the person that I am. But now, what are you doing to make sure that those excuses, you put them aside and bring something that is going to work for you, right? So let's hear what Unkarabile is saying when it comes to savings. He says, make saving a habit, and it will pay off in the long run. One of the wisest kings who ever lived, named Solomon, spoke about the importance of saving when he taught a lesson from observing ants. He said, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provision in summer and gathers its food at harvest." Saving is not easy and will never be easy. I remember when my wife and I taught our 7-year-old daughter to start saving little money we gave her. She said the money will take time to grow. And we told her that yes, saving is like that. It does not need you to look at it as something instant like a microwave. You can create a debit order on your bank account every time you get your salary, or maybe you join a legitimate stokvel where a certain amount of money is contributed. For example, if 10 people contribute 1,000 rand, it means when it's your turn, then you receive 9,000 rands. And if you had your usual 1,000 rand, you receive 10,000 rand as a lump sum. You can do that 3 or 4 times, and then you have enough that can be used to fund any of your projects. One of my former colleagues, Walter Rumola, was actively involved in this kind of stokvel, and he says it really paid off. Mr. Walter and his team contributed 3,000 each, making it 12,000 for every 10. He only took 3 years on the project, and every time he received the money, he put it straight into savings account. After he managed to raise more than 300,000 rand, he stopped participating in the project 2 days in the project. 2 days ago, as I'm writing this paragraph, he just sent me the picture of the big house he just built at home. I have to say that I'm so proud of the work he has done. He said to me, sometimes you just save even if you don't know what you're saving for. The money will attract good things. I'm also an example of using my salary as my capital. Almost all of my books were funded by my own salary. I never made excuses that I earn peanuts as a security guard, but I took the same salary to fund my project. I remember I even attended a leadership program for 6 months at MHI Leadership, paying a monthly fee with the same salary as a security guard. And today I have seen doors and opportunities before me. Imagine if I had waited for funding from somewhere else, you probably would not be reading this book, and there would not be an author named Onkarabile Mokoto. It is not how much you earn that matters, but what you do with what you earn. If you do the right thing with it, you can change your story. Olumide O. Emmanuel. The story of Kabelo Nxolo is very inspiring and educative, showing that indeed you can start where you are and with the little money you have. Kabelo Nxolo started his business with 350, which he received as a tip while working as a waiter. After his last night shift working as a waiter, he resigned and started his own events company called Yourself Function Organizers. He printed pamphlets and visited schools proposing to host matric farewell functions for them. He secured 4 schools a month after resigning, in which he charged them 25,000 rand each. Today, the company that was started with 350 rands has won several prestigious awards and employed more than 300 people, not counting seasonal staff. In 2014, the company managed to hire over 1,000 TVET college students through the initiative of community building. The company recorded about 35 million rand in annual income at the end of 2015 to 2016 financial year. Its client includes Nestle, Diego, Tiger Brands, Celsi, SABC, Microsoft, and Godrej. So those were the 2 important key factors right here on this chapter that is about your salary, your funding, making sacrifices and saving money that you earn as someone who is working a day-to-day job. You might be working a 9 to 5, So with the money that you get, you do make sure that you make sacrifices and also you save money. So yeah, that's it for today, and definitely I can't wait to go through more of what we have on this book, Don't Quit Your Job. And also we're going to be, reviewing some of the books right here on the show. It's hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. What we're doing right here is to make sure that we encourage reading in communities, because reading can shape how you see life. It can shape how you choose to reason with some of the people you have a conversation with. But for today, that is where we are going to end it and say I'm going to see you next time when I come with another book or continue an interesting chapter that we have here. Or I might say that we might have Onkarabile Mokoto coming right here in the studio so that he can share more about his other 7 books that he has written in his journey of being an author. For now, let me just leave it here, and let me know what you think right there on the comment section by using hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Let us read, and make sure that we make reading our daily routine. My name is Moketi Maimane, and definitely I'm going to see you, next time whenever I see you when I come back right here. But the show is still going in. I still have my people right there on the table, and I'm about to, give it to Musi.
Yeah.
And let's see what we have. But before I do that, man, let's just have a conversation, Musi. I don't know if you had some of the things, because Karabino was speaking about sacrificing and saving. I don't know if those two have played, a role in your life, and how you have used them, to make sure that you certainly become the best.
I'll tell you, Mo. Whenever we talk about personal finance, man, I always say that I am.
Yeah. I think something, just happened. But you know what? Let us go to an ad break, right? Let us go to an ad break, and then when you come back, man, surely some of the contents that I read here, they're going to break them down for you and what they understand about the book, because it's an engagement, a conversation that we want to have with you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. I think I'm receiving a message right here, but let's take a short break, guys. Let's take a short break and then see you after the break. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Stay tuned.
Missed.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day. Hey man, these are learning curves, and this is what happened when you are still starting out and you're still finding your way. So please bear with us for all of these things that are happening this morning. I think having started late might have played a role in disturbing us. It would be very... I don't know. But more, let me tell you, my brother, as you were talking about the book that is written by Onkarabile, and I was listening to some of the things that you said, and you asked the question about saving, and you said saving and sacrificing. And I'll tell you, I don't know about you, Ngwanakogai, but I'm one of those people who is not the best saver and sacrificer. I still have quite a bit of a way to go when it comes to learning the tricks and the hacks of practicing disciplined saving. I am not the greatest one when it comes to saving, and at my big age, man, I'm still trying to discipline myself. And I told Mo the last time that I'm a bit of an impulsive spender. So maybe what I should start doing, or what I have tried to do from time to time, is limit myself as to the number of times I visit the shop. I go to grocery stores and supermarkets and things of that sort. And so that's just the way that I try to curb my impulsive spending. But it is always great hearing all of this information by people who are well versed in the subject of personal finances and financial education and literacy. But so maybe it should be a thing where we try and bring back, where we try and have Onkarabile right here in studio so that he can talk to us and see if maybe, see if maybe he can come in studio and educate us and give us a bit more information and share the knowledge that he has when it comes to things of personal saving and financial literacy and education, man, because it is always nice to learn all of these things. Afriperi, are you here? Are you with us, man? You need to come. You need to come, Baba. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. So
when you talk about this whole thing about personal finance, especially the sacrifice part, it kind of teaches you that sometimes you need to let go of things that are not necessarily a need but basically a want. The sacrifice part, for me, is all about being able to separate your needs and your want. What exactly do you need in life that you cannot live without, that is crucial to your life?
Yeah.
And then what exactly is a need? So being able to shy away from your wants will actually enable you to be able to cater for yourself and finding that funding that you need for the business that you wanted to start.
Yeah.
So when it comes to sacrifice, you need to sacrifice some certain things in life in order for you to be able to get that extra funding from your salary that you're getting on a monthly, weekly, fortnightly basis, so you can achieve the goal towards the dream that you have already set up for yourself, or the dream that you've always had growing up as a kid.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. Mo, talk to me, man. What you are giving us that bit of information and knowledge when it comes to personal finance and financial literacy. What do you said you were talking about saving and sacrificing.
Yeah, Musi, my bro. Yeah, man. I can.
Leave it. We'll sort it out a bit later on. Leave it. Or maybe let catch that side. Maybe you can. Yeah. There we go. Mo, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I think, by reading the book, man, I think there are a lot of things that I picked up.
Yeah.
Because we need to foster, the habit of reading in our community.
Definitely.
It is people like Onkarabile who come forward and bring this information towards us so that we can learn through, different incentives on how to use our money and, where to use it and how to use it. Because we know that we grow up with so many excuses. Even some, like, I know someone who's earning more than 25,000, but they're still making excuses, on why they're not, working on the business that they have left behind.
Yeah.
So it speaks to when these things are being brought into light by writing, because we know that a lot of writers, they take and depict these pictures from real life stories. And now there's nothing painful like someone writing a story. We might be sitting here and then tomorrow Musi becomes a millionaire. And he becomes an author on top of that, right? And when he becomes an author, he will quote me and say, I had a friend called Moeketi, and
he earned more than 55,000 rand per month. But now he kept on making excuses that this money is not enough for him, because there are a lot of things that he was thinking about and to do. So I think it is way much better to kind of make understanding when it comes to reading the books, because don't quit your job yet. When somebody hears that, man, it sparks controversy.
Yeah,
it sparks controversy, because right now you're like, okay, the job that I'm working at, man, it's literally taking away from me. Even the money that I am getting is not, useful as I think as it is. So now, when you're telling me that I don't quit my job yet because I want to work in another job,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So how am I gonna do that? That's why I like the contents of the book, man. So much is in there, and so much that I can't wait to reveal to the people on what Onkarabile has done. And also, he has a podcast, man, where he was telling, people, man, on how he became an author and how he got to write those books.
Oh, wow.
So his story is very rich and healthy, especially for people in, townships, in our communities who don't foster reading.
Yeah.
We have libraries, we have, book clubs that are not attended. I mean, we were making fun of, when the stores were being looted on the July unrest.
Yes, 3 years ago.
Bookstores were left untouched.
Definitely, because people are not interested. Yeah, the unfortunate thing here, Wanakohai, is that we are not necessarily a community that is big on reading, and maybe it should be something that we talk about sometime here on the show and bring in experts and people who are well versed in the spaces of reading and writing and fostering a culture of really trying to be readers as individuals in the community. I'll tell you, here on YouTube, TK Hexatakalani coming through saying morning breakfast team or morning to the Vooka breakfast team, saying money can't be saved easily in this economy.
Interesting.
Which is true.
Yeah,
true. And I mean, I hear what the story or the thing that you say about this person who's earning 25,000, but like we said the last time when we were going through personal finance hacks, when you earn 500, 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
So when you earn 25,000, you probably have problems and all these things that you have to take care of that amount to about 30,000, So we will always be bringing you all the relevant information and knowledge when it comes to all things personal finance, financial education and financial literacy. And of course, we will absolutely try our absolute best and our utmost best to have and bring Onkarabile here in studio so that we can go through all of these things in person with him, face to face, and that he can share the knowledge and information that he has acquired over the years. But with that being said, I'm seeing here in studio people are feeling, what's the word?
Under the weather?
No, it's not under the weather. Not forgetting. But, let you and I run to the room, grab a glass of water, pay our bills, and we'll see each other right after this cool stuff. Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maiman.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day. Friends, come along with the Vooka team as time is spent
at the Vision Board and Pizza event out at Curiosity in Maboneng.
aimed at promoting positivity, creativity that breeds longevity,
Enjoy tasks like silent reading.
vision boarding, and live performances.
Vooka Breakfast Show brings you all things great and amazing with Sacred Sundays.
In collaboration with Mwari Pizza for Vision Board and Pizza. As you saw for yourself, we were hanging out there last month for the Vision Board and Pizza out at Curiosity in Maboneng. And this is in collaboration or fostered by Prime Cut Creatives, which will also be taking place this coming Sunday on the 30th of March. Still at Curiosity, am I right? Yes. At Curiosity in Maboneng. And TC will be out there, Afriberry will be out there. And but some of us, as the Vooka Breakfast Show or the Vooka Breakfast Show team, will be out at Meadowlands, Zone 9. Those who have been here for a while will know that that place a while ago, a couple of years ago, was called J9. But I'm still a 25-year-old. But this was I used to befriend older guys in my time. So yeah, man, some of us will be out there hanging out with the team there and seeing some of the things that they will be getting up to. So if you don't have plans this coming weekend on a Sunday, you can head out to Curiosity, out Komabonenge for Vooka, for Vision Board and Pizza. All right. And this is run by Prime Cut Creatives. And of course, you can hang out with us out at Zone 9. Formerly known as J9, and then later was referred to or was changed to, what's the name? Meadowlands Shisanyama, right? And we'll be doing some great things out there. There's going to be live performances. Who knows? I might also get on stage and do a young Nyana, peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned, things of that sort, man. So it would be amazing to see you out there, but like I said, we have so much in store for you. Afriberry, are you ready that side? I want to see if you are ready to give us all the, the examples and demonstrations with you and TC. And we're going to be heading to TC in a second, who will be sharing some things that you and I can get into when we wake up on a daily basis to get our blood pumping, to stretch our muscles and our bones and, not be people who are stiff and always sitting at our computers like I am. At the moment. So without further ado, TC, let me check in with you. Are you there? Are you live? Are you ready? Are you going? Are you up?
I am geared up and ready to go. I will love to give the viewers and listeners some information on staying fit and flexible before Afriberry and I physically show them some mobility exercises that they can do at home for themselves when trying to exercise and nimble, make their muscles nimble. So yeah, I just hope everybody is tuned in and ready for that. I don't know, Musi, but I want to know when last did you exercise, and do you consider yourself a flexible and fit individual?
No, absolutely not. I'm not as fit as I was once, man. There was a time, when I told you that I'm someone who uses dance as a form of exercise. I haven't been as active as I would like, but I try from time to time to do a young jogonyana, but this is something that we should all try and get into. Start exercising, start stretching as often as we can. And, I'm looking forward to the mobility exercises that you have in store for us. I can't wait for the demonstration with you and Afriberry.
Yes, there where you are at home, Vooka Breakfast Show family, I hope you're also geared up and ready to get into these exercises with Afriberry and myself. But before we do that, I know wherever you're sitting, you're probably thinking, well, fit for what? Why must I stay healthy? Sorry, why must I stay fit? I mean, we all know health is wealth, and when you're healthy, you're obviously wealthy, because when you are not functional, nothing else will work. So now, why must you stay fit? You're probably asking. Well, I am about to tell you. So Clearly, what is fit for father and grandfather may not be fit for mother and grandmother. So how do we stay fit, and how can we approach fitness, maintaining the fitness without the element of risk? Primarily, we should define personal fitness in the following terms. Personal fitness allows us to be able to carry out the tasks that have to be done, that we are able to become involved in activities that, within reason, we like to do. In the first instance, without strain or stress, and in the second, in an acceptable and controllable amount. This coming from our daily bread here for our health and fitness segment here. It's called Your Health in Your Hands, a handbook that we use here to keep you informed on the latest trends when it comes to fitness and health. So, the human body is basically a machine, which by definition, not defamation, means that it is a device for doing work. The simplest of all machines are levers, and we use them constantly. For example, the garden spade is a simple lever with a weight to be moved at one end, which is the soil. A fulcrum in the middle, one hand gripping the lever and the other hand exerting downward force on the spade handle. If the lifting hand, the fulcrum, slides up the shaft away from the weight to be lifted towards the handle, the soil appears to become heavier and heavier, so requiring more and more effort to raise it. The human body is a system of levers. So now, knowing that, we are going to focus on your muscles, right? Machines must be maintained. They must be cared for. They must be serviced. Clearly, there is a need for freely moving joints, for muscles which produce sufficient force to move the weights that they act upon, and furthermore, there is a need for an adequate supply of energy. Unlike muscle tissue, joint surfaces have very limited blood supply and for the most part gain nourishment energy by absorbing fluid. This simply means that cartilage takes up fluid in the same way that a bath sponge takes up water when squeezed and released. So I know perhaps where you are at home, you're probably asking, do I need to exercise in order to keep myself mobile and my joints and muscles fit? Yes, you do. Whatever your lifestyle, current physical health, age or gender, you can benefit from regular exercise. You are never too young, too old, or too unfit to get started. So set yourself a goal. If you're serious about improving your overall physical health, you should be working towards doing at least 30 minutes of exercise at least 3 times a week. Better still, if you can manage the same amount of exercise every day of the week. Take it steady. If you're planning to turn over a new leaf and start an exercise program where previously your lifestyle was largely inactive, recognize that you should start as you mean to go on, at your own pace. So with that being said, we're about to test Afriberry's fitness with some mobility exercises. Let's take a little break and then come back with mobility exercises with Afriberry.
Friends, come along with the Vooka team as time is spent
at the Vision Board and Pizza event out at Curiosity in Maboning,
aimed at promoting positivity, creativity that breeds longevity.
Enjoy tasks like silent reading,
vision boarding, and live performances.
Vooka Breakfast Show brings you all things great and amazing with Sacred Sundays
in collaboration with Mwari Pizza for Vision Board and Pizza.
Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day. Hey family.
Hi, my name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketsuo Ketumguni.
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Hey man, there we have it. And in a second, we're going to be heading to TC and Afriberry giving us that demonstration. Don't mind my, grinning and my little giggle there. I can't wait to see this one. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us. Before the break, and TC was reading a few things and going over a few things that you and I can try and implement and ultimately get into when we wake up in the morning, and things that we can do to try and be active and stretch our muscles and our bones and just try and be a bit physical. Like I said, I'm not necessarily the most fit person at the moment, but I know I do have the ability to go back to that former self, to that, to who I was when I was stretching and exercising and so in a second you and I are going to be watching Afriberry and TC, and TC is the one who will be instructing Afriberry as to what to do. So I want to check with you guys. Are you guys ready on the side? Talk to me.
Yes, Musi, we are so ready. Everyberry is here next to me, getting herself prepped to do some exercises.
Okay, I can't wait. Without further ado, let's head on straight to Afriberry and TC and see that demonstration.
Welcome back, Vooka Breakfast family. I hope you are ready. You have stretched, you have your gym gear on, and you are geared up to get your blood pumping with Afriberry and I with mobility exercises. So the first requirement for physical fitness is to maintain full range of movement in your joints. So we are going to focus right now on your neck and shoulders. So stand relaxed. Hold the wrist behind your back. Your wrist behind your back. Hold your wrist behind your back. So as you can see, you hold your wrist behind your back. Right? Then from there, you must gently pull the shoulder down and across and tip the head away. So gently pull your shoulders across. There you go. And then your neck to the side. There you go. Like that. With your shoulders back. So that your neck and your shoulders
can't go that far.
And as you can see here, we are exercising our neck and shoulder muscles. And you can at least do this for a minimum of 5 minutes while you stretch and get some mobility in your neck and your shoulders. The next one will require Afriberry to go on all fours. This is focusing on her neck and her upper back. So she will kneel on all fours with her back straight. Her back straight. Your back must be straight. There you go. Straight. It's like level. It needs to be level. There, allow me to yes, allow. Yes. There you okay. And then you must keep your abdominal muscles tight. So your core, you must engage your core. Hold in your tummy. And then you must lift up your spine to round your back, then gently release. So you keep up, engaging your core, and you take it down, straight. And then you go up And then you go straight. And then you go up. And then you go straight. So with you right there at home, you can do this for another additional minute of 5 minutes. And then, from there, you can get up and get on to the next exercise with us, your shoulders and your chest. So stand up straight and place your hands behind your head. Okay, and as you do, gently pull your elbows back and push your chest forward. So push your chest forward. Everyone has a chest, Afriberry. So there you go. Here you are focusing on your shoulders and your chest. So this exercise is to test and give mobility to your chest and your shoulders. You can do this again for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I want you to actually push yourself. I challenge you right there at home. Push yourself with this exercise. Perhaps do this one for 10 minutes instead of 5. As we gradually do more exercises, we should also gradually increase the number of reps that we do. So now, we are also going to do another one for your spinal stretch. So Everberry will go on her knees. And she will be, okay, so you must align your hips. Align your hips over your knees. So align your hips over your knees. And there you go. This is actually a yoga pose. I love this so much. Slide your hands forward. Do not allow your hips to move. Allow your chest to drop to the floor as you have done, Afriberry. And as you can see, she is stretching her spine over here. Getting it deep in there. Deep. And you can do this one for 5 or 10 minutes, taking deep, gradual breaths as the exercise and your muscles, feeling them tighten and tighten and loosen and tighten. There you go. And then you can release. We're about to do a hip strength exercise. So you can lie on your side, Afriberry, and then supporting your head with your hand. Yes, like that. You get it, man. You get it. You've done this before, Afriberry. I hope you at home are also still joining us and you're still engaged here. As you can see, Afriberry is now stretching her hip by lifting her legs a little, doing some lunges. And you can do about perhaps 10, 20, 5 minutes or 5 lunges, 10 lunges, or 20. It's up to you. Like we said, all fitness levels, it's about doing things on your pace. Do it according to how your body allows you to do it. So as you can see, Afriberry's body is quite nimble for this exercise, but now she's about to do another spinal stretch with herself on her back. And as she's on her back, face up with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. And then one at a time, gently bring your knees to your chest and hold. So you must bring your knees to your chest and hold. Hold them. There you go. Yep. Let's do that. Yeah.
What if I fall?
Don't fart on me, please. Oh my goodness. There you go. This one. And this one. There you go. As you can see, she's exercising her back, but also some of her hip movement is influenced here. I can see you're enjoying this a lot. I actually love that. Exercising is fun, guys. Do it with a partner, do it with a friend, do it with a loved one. It can be fun. It can be a bonding session. So yeah, there you go. And then for the last exercise that we're about to do is a hip rotation. So Afriberry and I can both do this. So we stand with our legs just a little bit far apart and our hands on our hips, and of course we just roll our hips. We roll our hips.
If you play with a hula hoop,
yes,
it'd be easy for you to do.
This would be fun with a hula hoop. So to add a little bit of fun element to this exercise, you can actually get yourself a hula hoop. That's a good one, everybody. Thank you. You can do maybe 10 of these just to, exercise and stretch your hips. Guys, don't be afraid to repeat this in a cycle of 10 to 20 or more reps so that you can loosen up those muscles and of course get more fit and healthy. But that was it with myself and Afriberry for the health and fitness segment here at the Vooka Breakfast Show. I hope you guys have learned on how you can stay nimble, you can stay fit, so that you can always be able to ready and move with us here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Until next time, see you soon.
Very, very cool stuff. Like I told you, I was absolutely looking forward to seeing you can nimble around and move. Very interesting stuff that TC and Afriberry was doing that side, man. Now, these are some of the things that you can try and do, or these are some of the things that you and I can try and implement in our day-to-day mornings as we wake up and, try to get on with our days. So I hope you found some of those very interesting. I know that I'm going to rewind and look back on that one and try and see if I can implement those in my morning routine. I don't know about some of them. I saw Afriberry laying there and I don't know, but I'll have to go back and watch and see which ones will work for me, but it is always a good thing to try and be as healthy and as fit as we can. And like today we were supposed to have Bernice and I'm not sure, is it Herod Kumar or something like that, who was supposed to come through as a health fitness expert. But of course we are going to have both those guests sometime again very soon. They are definitely coming back, but we couldn't have them because of the electricity and technical glitches that we experienced in the morning. But we're going to have them back, or we're going to have them again in studio, and they'll share all the necessary knowledge and information and expertise as to what we can do to try and keep as fit and as healthy as we can. The time right about now is 17 minutes past 11 on a Tuesday morning. I almost said afternoon. On a Tuesday morning, the 25th of March 2025. This is the second day of the fourth week of the third month in the year. So with that being said, we're going to try and call it a day right here. But before we do that, Kat, please show up the idiom of the day. That on a daily basis we show you the word and the idiom of the day. And the idiom for today was to absquatuate into thin air. To absquatuate into thin air. And the word that we're taking away from that idiom is absquatuate. And I tried to ask you what the word what you think the idiom means. But to absquatuate means it is the act of departing suddenly, unexpectedly, or secretly, often without informing anyone. And this word is a verb. So this week, on top of doing a word of the day, we're also going to be engaging in idiom of the day, and I hope that you and I will take so much from that and try to include and implement these words and idioms into our day-to-day spoken language and of course our vocabularies in their entireties. And with that being said, let me jump straight to Mweketi Maimane. But same time, same place, you and I tomorrow morning, 7 between the hours of 7 and 10 a.m. Every weekday, Monday to Friday, taking such good care of you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mester. My name is Musi Mester, and I couldn't have been happier to have been in your company. I saw some of you coming in, and we still do apologize for all of those things that happened, with the glitches that we experienced this morning. When it comes to electricity, we don't necessarily have that in our control, but we really do try and take care of it and work around it as best as we can. So until tomorrow, stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, stay warm, stay active, and stay stretched out, and all of those great and amazing stuff. But from myself, TC Shabalala, Wagama Zimugo, and Afriberry, let's see you tomorrow morning, and let's head on out to Meketsi and see what he has in store for us. Cool stuff, I'll see you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Musi. You know that we do things different right here, but the advice that I had for you today on personal finance is to never quit your job yet. So your job, you can use it to push those projects that you've always wanted to push. So sacrifice, save, and make sure that that money works for you and your family, and also the project, and also your dreams, man. Right? So definitely, man, this is what I can say to you guys right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, as we are heading out, and we'd like to say sorry for what happened with the streaming in so late, because we had some issues, electric issues, but I came in with headlines, telling you that yes, Eskom, they have announced that 6 power stations were offline yesterday. So definitely, man, can't wait to be with you for the rest of the week, as it is Wednesday. You know that Wednesdays we're always focusing on knowing your rights and practicing what the Constitution has for us as South African citizens. From me, Muketi Maiman, aka Max for maximum temperature, the son of Mother Nature. Asnaptakase Reberekisa generator. I will see you tomorrow. Sayonara. Keep healthy. Tuesday, choose yourself, choose your loved ones. It's VOOKA Vooka Breakfast Show. See you.
Oh yes, guys, and from me, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, the darker the berry, the sweeter the don't nimnandi mamyama, mam klopile teken pot marloka famaname, where taikamakashe, song wanamane.
Yes, guys, with you there at home, remember, every setback is a step for a comeback. So what we had today was just an opportunity to make the show just that much more fun for you. Of course, the chaotic fun we were having here at studio, I hope it was just as much fun for you watching and listening at home. And on that note, it's sayonara from me, your prime cut creative, and your positivity dose of the day, Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala. Bye.